Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Guidental. This is Dr. Saib Singh. So the subject for today's video is going to be prosthodontics. The subunit that we are going to discuss is complete denture. This is the second part of complete denture prosthodontics or CD. So whatever topics I'll be mentioning in the video are also mentioned in my blog, the link for which is present in the description of this video. So coming to the topic of occlusion. In occlusion you need to know the definition, difference in occlusion between natural and artificial dentation, Sears axioms just for Viva, Winkler's occlusal schemes, that is, you need to know the concepts of incising units, working units, and balancing units. The types of occlusion in natural dentation, you need to know there is bilaterally balanced occlusion, canine guided occlusion, group function or unilateral balanced occlusion, and mutually protected occlusion. So these four types of occlusions in natural dentation, we need to know the concepts. For in brief, one or two lines, that's it. Now, the types of occlusion or occlusal rehabilitation in artificial dentures, you need to know the balanced occlusion in detail. What you need to know is definition according to GPT, requirements and importance, advantages, disadvantages, and Hanau's quint, or the 5 factors affecting balanced occlusion. This you need to know in detail, in full detail with diagrams and everything. Sometimes Hanau's quint is separately asked as a short note, so you should know what they are talking about. Monoplane and lingualized occlusion, just know the definition, principle and indications, like one para, just in brief you should know. And who gave these two, that also you should know. In neutral zone, it is asked as a short note. You need to know the definition, concept, or how it helps in teeth arrangement with diagram. Next topic is teeth selection. For anterior teeth, you need to know according to size of face and head, according to pre-extraction records, that is diagnostic casts, most reliable for tooth size and form. This can be asked in an MCQ, that the most reliable method for selection of anterior teeth for tooth size and form is diagnostic casts. The photos and X-ray of patients, previous dentures if available. Then according to form and contour of face given by Leon Williams, you need to know the forms, that is square, tapered and ovoid. So these three are the forms of face according to which the teeth are designed. So this you need to know in brief, one para, that's it. The dentogenic or SPA concept, that is sex, personality and age, this is given by Frush and Fisher. This you need to know in detail with diagrams for a short note. So this they can ask you SPA as a short note. So you should know they're talking about the dentogenic or sex, personality, age factor. For posterior teeth, you need to know the teeth selection according to size of teeth, that is mesiodistal width, buccolingual or buccopalatal width, and occlusogingival length. Shape of teeth, there are 3 types as we all know: anatomic, semi-anatomic and non-anatomic. The angle found within the cusp of these 3 teeth, that you should know. This is the angle found within the cusp. It is not the angle found between the cusp and the occlusal plane. So keep that in mind. So it is greater than 33 degrees for anatomic, 20 to 33 degrees for semi-anatomic, and 0 degrees for non-anatomic. Just you need to mention other details also, but this is a must to mention. You need to know the indications, advantages and disadvantages for the same, that is this anatomic, semi-anatomic and non-anatomic teeth. An important MCQ that can be asked from this teeth selection is the Pound's triangle. It is an imaginary triangle formed by joining tips of canines to the posterior most buccolingual width of mandible at the point of last posterior tooth. This can be easily understood with the help of a diagram. For in any of the books you can find this diagram. So the posterior teeth are to be arranged within this Pound's triangle. So this can be asked as an MCQ or Viva question. Next topic is trine, which is asked 99% as a short note. So you need to know the definition, significance, evaluation of maxillary and mandibular trial dentures, any 2 to 3 points under these subheadings of trine. Next topic is post insertion problems. First you need to know any 8 to 10 points and how they are corrected. This can be asked as a short note, so you can also include the patient recall instructions in this. You need to know about epulis fissuratum or denture irritation hyperplasia for a short note, that is definition, etiology, clinical features and the denture related management. I mean, how can you correct the dentures to prevent epulis fissuratum, so that you need to know. Then tissue conditioners and denture adhesives, this is again asked as a short note. So what you need to know is definition, composition, uses, methods of application and contraindications. Relining and rebasing, another frequently asked short note. You need to know the definitions of the two, indications, contraindication, any 2 to 3 points, classification of the methods. Static technique has to be studied in detail with the difference between open mouth and closed mouth technique, and the functional impression and shade side reline, only the principle. One paragraph is more than enough. Next topic is residual ridge resorption or RRR. So they can ask you in exam with a short note RRR, triple R. So you should know it is residual ridge resorption. You need to know the definition, etiopathogenesis and factors causing residual ridge resorption, including anatomic, metabolic, mechanical, iatrogenic, nutritional, and time factors. You need to know 6 orders of triple R, that is Atwood's classification in brief. This can be asked as on Viva, and also if triple R or residual ridge resorption is asked as a long note, so you can include this classification in your long note. And then you need to know the clinical features and management of triple R, that in brief only 4 to 5 points will do in each, clinical features and management. Next topic is combination syndrome. You need to know it's given by Kelly. The pathogenesis, you just need to know the sequence 1 cycle given by Kelly with the diagram, only the sequence 1 cycle. And the management, basically you have to explain what kind of overdentures can be used in case of combination syndrome. Which brings us to the next topic, that is overdentures, where you need to know the definition, classification with diagrams, indications, advantages, disadvantages, and patient selections, any 4 to 5 points in brief. Overdentures is not very frequently asked, but it may be asked as a short note. So this completes the topic of complete dentures for prosthodontics. If you found this video to be useful, please like, share and subscribe to my channel GuideDental. And also whatever topics I have mentioned in my videos are just based on my personal experience. If there is anything I need to add or if there are any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching.